Well, it all started in 1992. We had people that were driving from 30 minutes, 40 minutes to come to church, and God just clearly spoke to us and said, if we want to reach the communities where people live, we want to have a presence where they live. And rather than just kind of trying to multiply to get bigger and having more people drive in, we felt God was saying to us, you need to start planting churches. And that's where our church planting vision actually began.
It's amazing to think about that God has sovereignly placed us in the greater Austin area, and He's bringing the nations to us. I mean, when I got here 15 years ago, there was about 1.5 million people in the greater Austin metro area, and now we're around 2.4 million people, and the projections are that's not going to slow down anytime soon. And what an opportunity we have to plant churches and make disciples of Jesus Christ in this growing metro area.
We have homegrown people that are going to leave our church to plant more churches. If we can take that heart and see it spread around to our 30 network association churches, then beyond that, we're going to see an explosion of growth to reach every man, woman, and child so that they would have repeated opportunities to hear the gospel from someone associated with our movement.
An alignment around theology, conviction, with this value for kingdom diversity. It's we can actually reach every man, woman, and child. I'm excited because I think the association is actually able to do that.
As I look to the future, the thought that God's going to bring more people into the harvest here, and that we're going to be a part of seeing more disciples made, more people reached with the gospel, more churches planted, and that we're part of something bigger than just what we did. And just the beauty of seeing the movement continue to be humble and teachable and moldable, and thinking about ways that we can be the best missionaries to our city to join Jesus in His work here.
As we think about how to move this thing forward in the coming years and just kind of in a new season of ministry. And so experimenting with that and looking forward to that's something that really excites me.
Planting a church is difficult, but when you have others to do it with you, that have your back and have been there with you and in the same neighborhood as you or same part of the city as you and other parts of the city, all that, so much to learn from. It's been an incredible blessing.
We have this vision to reach every man, woman, and child, and so being a part of a greater group that casts that vision, it keeps that vision alive, is really important for me. It's important for our church.
You're locking arms with some men and some women who are pot committed for the gospel. And it's not about their egos, it's not about their logos. Dude, it's about Jesus. And that's what I'm about.
We are so excited about what God is calling us to in this next season as a movement. God has been so gracious to renew our calling to catalyze church plants all across our region for the sake of gospel saturation. And so that's really why we exist. And as we look forward to the future, we just can't wait to see how many dozens and dozens, if not hundreds of churches, God will start and how many people will come to Christ.
So we believe God has called our association to this city at this time in history for a unique movement of God that's going to impact the whole world. And so we're unashamed about believing that God's got something going on. And it's not because we're great or we're unique, it's because Jesus Christ is valuable and worthy of being Lord of this city. And that's our commitment to see that happen.